So, welcome to my brand new Roblox account, as the 232. Right, okay, time to play a new game on Roblox, Tower Defense Simulator. Let's go. So, we know there's a new tutorial mode update in this update. So here it says the rewards are the Demo Man, 600 coins. That's the same. However, if you press skip and skip the tutorial, yes, you can see Paradoxum Games, welcome to TDS award. Yeah, that's still a bug. That's always been a bug for, like, since tutorial mode was added, except for about, like, 2 days or something. But as you can see, I still get the starter bundle and everything. It's still, like, the incorrect amount off. Skills is locked to level 15, and as you can see, I only have 50 coins. So, I can't buy the Demo Man. Yes, you can still buy the Demo Man, but I don't have enough to buy it. But the developers have said that there's new lobby tutorials and stuff like that. So, yeah, previously there were lobby tutorials in the lobby, obviously, but then the developers, for some reason, just removed it, I guess because they were updating the lobby, and they couldn't have the lobby tutorial until they finalized the lobby UI layout, as they have now with the skills update. So I guess that's why they removed the lobby tutorial, but they have re-added it. So let's go to the lobby. And for that, I would actually need to change out my entire account because this account is now ruined. I can't redo the lobby. I can redo it by going to settings and go into, let's see, gameplay and replay tutorial, but I don't get any of the rewards. So welcome alt account number 2, WIKI 3243. So instead of me denying the tutorial, we're just going to start it now and see what happens. So firstly, instead of loading out your icons here for your towers, there's now a ready button, and you may have not heard this, but the commander now actually has voice line dialogue. So I assume whoever voices the commander, the developers have asked them, probably in Roblox actually, asked them to voice the commander line and everything. So if I press ready here, it now has a tutorial progress here as opposed to health, base health. Yes, sir, commander. There we go. Yeah, so the music's the same, but they have added commander voice dialogue, as you would expect. I also don't know if the amount of enemies has changed. I don't think it has. It looks like the same. So you can skip the voice lines, commander lines, by just doing everything quickly. And as you can see, the tutorial mode has 2 out of 6 waves. Obviously, the 6 things here out of 6, that's obviously the amount of waves tutorial mode has. Okay, very cool. Thank you, Commander. So the amount of waves tutorial mode has actually increased. It used to be 5, now it's 6. Now it is possible to soft lock yourself in tutorial mode. If you upgrade the Scout too fast on a slow internet connection, you may accidentally upgrade the Scout to level 3, meaning that you're unable to upgrade the Sniper to level 2. It's basically soft locking yourself in tutorial mode. Now you are able to restart tutorial mode if you were to rejoin, but you can't restart tutorial mode within the same game. Now there's no changes to wave structure until you get to wave 5. On wave 5, instead of the commander saying, this is the final wave, brace yourself, he now says, here goes nothing, brace yourself, and there's no dummy boss on this wave anymore. And in fact, you now get a normal boss on this wave. So this is the first time the normal boss has appeared in tutorial mode. And as a new player, it does mean that you can get the normal boss logbook within tutorial mode, even though it's going to be quite rare. You probably will have to do tutorial mode 60 times to get the normal boss logbook, given the fact that tutorial mode does not have any boosted skills. I will just let the commander speak though. This is new dialogue.
We're giving you funds to prepare for the final wave. Use everything you've learned to place and upgrade your towers.
So they're giving us the freedom of reign to either upgrade the Demo Man to max level or the minigun to max level. Additionally, we're allowed to place down any towers. So this is the first time, technically, that tutorial mode has like free roam. So we could just spam the amount of towers that we have, and we can also upgrade them to like level whatever. There are no keybinds, so it's going to be difficult. I'd say it's going to be difficult. For me, in itself, it's not as difficult, obviously. But the dummy boss now has 1,250 health, and there are a bunch load of enemies here. I have to assume that those enemies, there's more of them if you don't kill the dummy boss in time. So the dummy boss now has more health on this wave. Previously, it was 250. Now it's 1,250. It's over 5 times the amount. But you do get a $20,000 check to either spam miniguns, upgrade the Demo Man, or if you're stupid enough, spam snipers. So yeah, they are actually giving you more free reign in this game mode than it was previously. And because the health of the dummy boss has increased slightly, the odds of getting the logbook has now increased, not so you wouldn't need to get it through a pity kill. However, it's still incredibly low. Like 1,250 is not too much over 250 health in terms of logbook chances. Maybe you're going from like a 1.08 chance to about a 1.5% chance. That's barely anything. Additionally, if you're thinking about getting the logbook from tutorial mode, you have to bear in mind that while you can replay it and get the dummy boss over and over again, skills are disabled in tutorial mode. Yes, this was an update that they made in v 1.67.0 where they disabled skills from both hardcore mode and tutorial mode. Now, obviously, that doesn't make too much of a difference, except for the scholar skill. It means that the scholar skill cannot be used in tutorial mode, and therefore meaning that you cannot boost the chances of getting the dummy boss. The only reason why you want to do tutorial mode over and over again, to get the dummy boss logbook. Now, I've heard some people complain about the fact that they should enable Scholar in hardcore mode because it's a skill that doesn't add anything statistically, which, I mean, obviously I agree with. Scholar is a useless skill, it doesn't add anything statistically, but the developers haven't enabled it in tutorial mode and they haven't enabled it in hardcore mode. So yes, if you're grinding out for the dummy boss logbook, do bear in mind that Scholar does absolutely nothing and you're stuck with the odds that you did previously. But I guess the odds are better now given the fact that its health has been boosted by 5 times the amount. And I guess you can grind out the other enemies here because they all spam on the last wave as well. However, there is now a lobby tutorial aspect of this, so you return to the lobby and I assume it prompts you to buy the Demo Man because previously the Demo Man was automatically awarded to you after the conclusion of tutorial mode. So here, welcome back to Bootcamp. I mean, the scout and the sniper's already first towers. Now, it doesn't seem like you can cancel this, so you can't get out of this and you can't save your coins. Now, it does appear that you get 600 coins in tutorial mode, but you're reduced down to 400 coins because you're forced to buy the Demo Man for 200 coins. So previously, in tutorial mode, you got 600 coins and the Demo Man, whereas now you only get 600 coins and you need to buy the Demo Man. So effectively they nerfed it down to what it was previously, but I mean 200 coins isn't too much on the grand scheme of things when you think about it. The matchmaking statue. Select the statue and choose a match size to start playing the game. Yeah, so the commander now teaches you how to play the game as well, so you go to the matchmaking statue and do it. And interestingly, now it doesn't show all of the game modes that you're not available to do. So even intermediate mode is now locked to level 5. It doesn't show multi-mode and it doesn't show full mode. I assume once you reach level 5, it will start showing those game modes that you can play. But as of right now, you can only play these game modes. And there doesn't appear to be a tutorial aspect in the intermission lobby. So it's only the lobby itself where there is a tutorial aspect. So yeah, they've just updated it slightly to what tutorial mode was back in the day, because there was a slight element of stuff within the lobby and they removed that, assuming that the lobby UI would be overhauled. And because I think the overhaul is now finished, they can now re-add tutorial mode. These are changes where, to be fair, it's quite good for the average player, but there is one thing that the average player can abuse in tutorial mode, although the developers might have fixed it by the time I make the video. But that's for a separate time. Oh, and also, you still get the badge after you beat tutorial mode. It's just that you can also still get the badge by skipping tutorial mode. So if you came to Tower Defense Simulator all wanting the Welcome to DS badge, which kind of useless, but still, then all you need to do is just skip tutorial mode and you get the badge, which is contrary to what the badge description says, because it says, thank you for completing tutorial mode or something like that. Now, other than the softlock bug I mentioned with your upgrading of the towers, there are also 2 other ways of softlocking yourself in the tutorial mode phase. So, during the purchasing of the Demo Man section in the tutorial mode, it is possible to open the sticker/emote wheel. Doing so closes the item menus completely and prevents it from being accessible until the player rejoins. So here, as you can see, Menton did this, and he's unable to progress because, well, obviously it's now soft locked. And there is no keybind to get the item store back up, so you have to rejoin the game to actually do this. And secondly, if during the period where the player can access anything, they waste their 650 coins on anything other than the Demo Man, the game will break and prevent the player from progressing into tutorial mode, and if they rejoin, the tutorial mode will be over. So as you can see here, the alt account that Menton has, he selects items, but because he doesn't have 200 coins, he can't select the Demo Man. Player has 100 coins as they, during the preview period where they can access anything, bought some random towers. Yeah, you can buy other towers other than the Demo Man. This leads them to being completely unable to actually purchase the Demo Man, but they are not soft locked yet, they can still press the button. Doing so will soft lock them. The command will request the player to click the confirm button, which does not exist. So this issue is impossible to fix by rejoining, and doing so will end the tutorial entirely. So it's not technically a soft lock, but you're soft locking yourself in this game instance, but then you have to rejoin, and the tutorial mode will be complete anyways, and you don't get your Demo Man. You bought, I don't know, the soldier probably, or even the hunter. But that isn't even the major of the game mode glitches in tutorial mode, but more on that in a separate video.